Afternoon, everyone. Sanu. We are the irrigation team from Avon, Connecticut, where there are 0 farms at all. My name is Megan Chada, and I fell asleep on the plane ride here.
Hi, my name is Hannah Cardia, and I fell asleep on Megan on the way here.
Hi, I'm Rachel, and I cried on the flight here. And I'm Ashley, and I held Rachel's hand on the flight here.
So as you can see, we had quite the adventure to get down here to DC, but we are more than excited to share our adventure with our business partner, Muhammad.
From working with Muhammad, our goal was not only to transform his means of transportation, but also to completely revolutionize his marketing strategy.
So what are the problems? There were 2 main problems that we focused on this week. The first one was transportation. So Muhammad, our business partner, rides his motorbike from his farm to the market to sell his produce. And on the back of his bike, he attaches a wicker basket, and he fills the fruits and vegetables, or he puts the fruits and vegetables in them. And this is how he sells his produce. And this causes a big problem, as you can see with the picture on the right, because the produce on the bottom starts to bruise. And this causes product loss and therefore loss of profit. And the next issue that I'll be addressing is advertising. And Muhammad only has 22 customers right now. And that's not what we wanted it to be at. We wanted that number to be a lot higher. So we realized that the area he's living in is heavily agricultural, and a lot of areas around him are just farms. And therefore the competition is really high, so we knew whatever we did for our advertising plan, it had to be really unique and it had to stand out to customers.
So what are Muhammad's goals? So this week when we worked with Muhammad, he talked about what his goals were for this project. Some of these goals were increasing the number of customers he has, as well as improving his marketing strategy to maximize the seasonal profit. In addition, Muhammad wanted his irrigation farm to be among the top in his community so that he can supply his community with affordable food at a good price.
So to tackle the advertising problem, we first started with a logo. Muhammad actually had his own logo, but we decided to spruce it up with a slogan that reads, "Advancing agriculture and enhancing lives." And we also added 2 fruit baskets on the side of the tree, as you can see on your handout, which represent the crops that he has. And our purpose of the logo was basically to have people and customers associate his brand and his business with a picture. We also designed custom business cards, which is on the back side of your handout, which lists his phone number and his address so people are able to recognize and easily access information about him if they wanted to contact him and purchase from him again. Finally, we designed logo stickers, which are similar to Apple stickers you see in Stop and Shop or Big Y that are stuck on each of the crops. So basically, again, people can associate the name to the face and be familiarized with his brand.
So overall, our marketing strategy, we wanted to ensure that each social group within his community is featured. And so we have a group that, the population that is illiterate and also a population that is literate. And so particularly with the stickers, it's just artwork, so it's more of a touch upon of the population that is illiterate. And then we have business cards, which feature more information for the population that is literate.
To solve the transportation problem, we contacted a welder in Nigeria, thanks to our translator Temi, and we decided that we'd add a side cart to Muhammad's motorbike. This side cart would indeed hold as much produce as he could fit in it, therefore maximizing the amount he could take in one trip. In addition, the side cart would be on the side of his motorbike, because, as opposed to the back, because it would lessen the amount of jostling and throwing around of the fruits and vegetables that he brings, so therefore it would reduce the amount of bruising there is. In addition, it would be insulated with dacrum foam, which is a type of foam that is environmentally friendly. In addition, we were able to contact the company of dacrum foam, and we learned that it was not only environmentally friendly, but it was sustainable, reusable, lightweight, mildew resistant, and it could be washed and dried very quickly, therefore making it the best insulator to have produce in.
So although our journey had a little bit of a rocky start, we were so happy to work with Muhammad this week, and hopefully we see some positive results in the future, and there's lasting effects.
Nago Day!
Giselle, yes, feel free to talk.
Good job, ladies. Good job. So looking at what you did, first and foremost, I love the logo, the way you did that, and for anyone that's confused about why the fruits are on the trees, you put a basket, and that's really good. Sends the message. So I would love to see the basket, maybe make the basket a little bigger, just a little bit bigger, so that we see more. But that's just me, my personal. But this is perfect. I actually wrote great on it. That just tell you how. So this is good. And then I love what you did with the logo stickers you talked about. It's something they don't do in Nigeria. So it would be a good thing to introduce those little stickers. You find them in the, go to the grocery stores, the produce department. You have them on the apples and the bananas, chiquita and all that. Yeah, so it's good you have that. And I like the point you made that because the people that his customers are not all literate. So it's the picture. So each time they see this basket or they see the logo, they know, oh, that's Mohammed's product. So that's good. That's really good. And then I love what the transportation problem you try to solve that. Yes, he's still riding his bike, but you're providing a cart to help move things. So that's really making life a lot easier for him and for him to be able to sell more things when he's out on one trip as opposed to just carrying them in that basket. And then the fact that you contacted the company that makes the Darren foam, that to me is just great to find out the product, what their foam is made out of and how suitable it will be for the customer that's going to be using them. So I think you guys will really do that.
So I agree with everything Stella said. She talked a lot about the substance. I think in terms of your presentation, you were incredibly strong. You had a very clear introduction. You grabbed the audience's attention immediately with your stories that were funny. I couldn't tell if you had note cards on the podium, but you certainly didn't look like you did. And that, I think, is even more convincing, I think, for the audience because you're paying attention to them and you're not distracted. I very much liked your slides. They weren't busy, they weren't complicated, and there was a good relationship between what you were saying and what these slides were saying. And you really want the slides to be working for you, and you don't want to be distracting the audience. So very good job on picking the right information to put there. So I think I'll leave it at that. I thought the substance was very strong. I think, as Stella said, you picked good solutions that sound like they could be implemented and that were very helpful. So well done.
Thank you. The challenge with going third is everybody has already said most of what you wanted to say, but I think you guys did a wonderful and a great job at the presentation. The colors, I loved it. It really showed a lot of the different colorful types of produces that are available out there in the market. I think that I like the business card idea because business cards are very popular in Nigeria, and I think it's very practical for folks to pass that out to their customers. I think the one thing that I would mention, in addition to what everybody talked about, I didn't hear a lot about the measurability of the solution. How do you measure it? How do you make sure it's successful? I think when you think about that, you might want to think about that portion of it, because adding an additional expense of creating stickers and the business cards can be an extra expense to somebody who's running a small-scale business. So how do you help him measure the effect of that additional expense to his overall bottom line? But other than that, I think you guys did an awesome job and great.
All right. Well, I have actually a different thing to say. First and first, I'm amazed with how you actually understand his major challenges, and then you go deep into finding out how he was having a challenge in terms of transportation and other stuff. So this is really an amazing idea, and by coming up with something that he can use, like what do you call it? Something, what? Sidecar? Yeah, sidecar, yeah. So he has a motorcycle, and he can easily attach it to that. So that saves him a lot of cost in buying maybe something big or something like that. And by coming up with a solution of something that will preserve the foam, right? Yes, definitely. Yeah, this is really amazing, because that's the biggest challenge with irrigation farmers. So we are living in a hot, environment, and then maybe before he, transport the crops from where he actually get them to the market or something like that. So many things used to happen. So, but that's really going to add like a huge value to the crops, and then he's not going to lose a lot of money. So this is really an amazing thing, and I think it's something that can work very quick. So thank you.
So, ladies, I think you did a very incredible job. There's so many teams who have been like, with the $500 grant, be like, oh, we're gonna have them buy another acre of land and grow this new crop and like do all these outlandish things. And you focused and you cared about your business partner, and you took time to actually figure out what he needed. And the whole point of this program is introducing them to ideas they've never been exposed to before. Even Umar's like the sidecar. I never thought of that. You see what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have access to the internet. He rarely is able to actually see, necessarily what the outside world can provide, and you're bringing something to him that he might not have been able to, like, even thought of before. And that's the whole point of the program. You cared about his idea, you understood his problem, and you give him the most realistic solution that's going to change his life and his family's life. So they deserve a round of applause because you are changing lives, and this shows exactly what it's all about.
Join the International Leadership and Business Summit. Transform the world.